Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. My name is KPZ. You are here on the home of the Slightly Above Average Ship Review. We are on Riposte. I don't believe there's anyone of note in this match, not even me. And we are moving out in the alternate Russian destroyer tech tree line, the Tier 8 tech tree ship Neustrashimy. And my really bad Russian pronunciation. All right, Neustrashimy, the only ship of its class. It was a prototype for an extended production run, and they never built the rest of the ships. It was considered too big for serious production. A modified design, the Kotlin class, was chose for production instead. The project name of this ship is Project 41 Neustrashimy. Blah blah blah. It was sold to China and became the basis for the Luda class guided missile destroyer, allegedly, according to Conway's All the World's Fighting Ships. That's what happened to Neustrashimy. Who knows? If it sank anyway, China would just raise it to steal the metal out of it, even though it was after the atom bomb drop. No, seriously, China's been looting World War II wrecks to get unirradiated steel and sell munitions from World War II. That's just insane to even think about that they would do that. All right, it is a domination match. We are doing what destroyers do. What is that class? Yes, you capture the cap circles. And so we are capturing the cap circle in Neustrashimy. Quick note, I do have a pay commander behind the wheel of the ship. Normally I don't do that for tech tree spotlights, but in this instance I think I did. Maybe. Now that I said that I'm hedging to whether I really did or not, I guess we'll find out in the port. Anyway, I got my eye on this Brandenburg, but he is not coming out here. Odin, I think we're going to launch ahead of the Odin with our torpedoes. So, alternate destroyer line for the Russians. They do not have a concealment commander, so I go with the survivability commander in the alternate line as opposed to Trubetskoy in the original ranged gunboat line. So now that we've captured Bravo, we're going to move on to capture Alpha, and I really love this cap arrangement because it took me about 5 seconds to move into the new cap. So we're going to start capping, and I am going to throw up my smoke screen just in case this Brandenburg comes out from behind the island. Smartly, he is not going to do that. Our torpedoes are wending on towards the Odin. The Odin, I think, just saw them, and he's going to start to do some kind of turn. Anyway, I think he's only going to eat one of the torpedoes that we launched, all 10. Just one. We do get a flood. And it does not look to be ticking, so he must have saved his damage con like a smart player. Here I'm trying to get my shells over the outcropping of the island, just doing some landscaping, really can't see anything going there. Checking back to the Odin and then back to the Brandenburg. We are about to cap the Bravo, or the Alpha cap, pardon. So there isn't really any history to discuss about Neustrashimy. Let's go to WoW's builds. I can give you some quick stats. Base XP record 4106, no base damage record. You will not see the base damage record in this game either, I hate to say. Even though the base record is nothing, I'm not putting this one up as a record. Alright, Sigma of the main battery 2.0, 4.25 fires per minute. You have an 8% fire chance. Armor piercing shells overmatch at 9mm, arm at 22mm. The torpedo reaction time for the enemy, 7.69 seconds. That's all the stats I can give you out of WoW's builds, because WoW's builds is messed up. We did get a kill. I think I kill pinched the Odin by shooting at him when he was about to die. I was busy talking about how great the Neustrashimy is, and so I couldn't see that live. But I'm guessing that's what happened. Alright, other ship out there, Brindisi. Is that a Italian cruiser, maybe? I don't play cruisers, so I don't really know. Brandenburg's still back over here, sticking his nose out, and I am going to shoot at the target. What is that? Another Brandenburg? Oh my god, two of them. We're going to wait till we can get a shot between these two islands, and then we're going to take it. Right there. So, alternate destroyer line, if this is new to you and you're just watching this video for whatever reason, a teeny bit better concealment, allegedly more torpedo focused, although since they've buffed the original torpedo ranges of the original tech tree line, I doubt that there's any significant difference, but these ships have a trashy reload of the main battery on most of the ships. This one isn't too bad. It appears to be 3.4 seconds, 3 seconds maybe. And we are going to farm this Brandenburg to death without really taking a bunch of incoming fire, so that was lucky for me. Kill number 2. Alright, so yeah, they're supposed to have a little bit better torpedo power. However, without a concealment commander, I made a video a long time ago even telling Wargaming who they should make the commander, what his base rate could be, all that good stuff. Of course, Wargaming, no interest in any of that. They're just like, deal with it. Shade drop. You know, I'm just saying, if some nations have all 3 commander choices, every nation should have all 3 commander choices. Period. The end. It is essentially, in the end, about fairness. The U.S. destroyers did not need Albert Gleaves to be successful. But everybody who played the U.S. destroyers complained, and they got Albert Gleaves. T-Bull, before he threw down his controller and quit this game, opined in a post that if people bitch long and hard enough, that every nation would get every commander type. And it's only because we didn't bitch enough as a player base that it has not happened. But it has to be a unified, drawn-out, voluminous session of bitching for Ouija to listen. And since T-Bull allegedly won't be making any more videos, who knows if his words will be prophetic or not in the future. For me, it's just about equity of outcome. If you're going to allow Americans to get all 3 commander types, then in fairness, you should allow the Russians, the French, the English, even the Pan-Asian and Pan-European ships to get all 3 commander types. I think Italy has all 3 commander types. New ship line of the game, they get all 3. But Russia, no. France, no. Britain, no. Even though France has no AA, even though Britain has almost no AA, even though Russia generally doesn't have AA. Nope. No concealment commander for you, Russia. No. No gunboat commander for you, France or England. That's just the way Ouija arbitrarily decided it should work. Alright, I farmed the Graf Spee for a little bit of damage. That's probably... I will pronounce the words however I want. I'm pronouncing it Spey. There's the enemy Neustrashimy. We set him on fire. And still got the Graf Spee over there. Close to death. Can we kill pinch another kill? Can we? He's turning. Oh, you can disable whatever you want, Graf Spee. I'm not fooled by your magic punches. If you know the reference for that, sound off in the comments. I want to give a shout out to my 35 whopping masterful subscribers on Rumble. There's kill number 3. We are going for pinch number 3 on the Neustrashimy. Oh, denied. But that's okay. Yugumo over here as well. It looks like your hero is going to do the bulk of the yeoman's work today. We got 2 fires working. We got the Gumo turning against his turrets. Fatal mistake, sir, in one man's humble opinion. One more salvo. There it is. Kill number 4. We are turning in to avoid torpedoes. A prescient move, if I do say so myself. I talked about this in maybe a video of a Chinese ship. Just always turn in. You never know how lucky you might get. All right, so we have 4 kills. We are on the hunt for a kraken. I kept this as a surprise from you guys because it's easy to throw up a kraken and have everybody watch. But once in a while, as a viewer, don't you want to be shocked as to whether or not me, the video maker, slightly above average player in this game, can actually pull it off? So we're going for our 3rd base cap here. We do get it. It is, unfortunately for us, an assisted base cap. We are not going to have a whole lot of luck farming the Cleveland. He just killed the nearest ship to him. He looks to be like 14 and change kilometers away. Plus, he could eat my lunch. So we're going to turn this ship around. Brindisi over there. Torpedoes in the water. Oh, he's playing tricky games. All right. We'll just launch the 2nd set of torpedoes just because. I always think of that one guy who said torpedoes in the water in the Hunt for Red October. If I could get him to do the voiceover for my torpedoes going out in this game, I would be ecstatic. All right, Brindisi took a whole bunch of damage. That is my cue as a kill pincher extraordinaire. We are using the armor piercing, folks, because that's how I roll. Hoping to get some superstructure hits on Brindisi. And as you can see, we get a whole lot of nothing, but the Brindisi finishes off the Constellation, putting me into a do-or-die moment. Thankfully, my turrets are oriented in the correct direction. I just got to twitch the nose a little bit to port, and they will be all lined up. There they are, all lined up. Brindisi, oh, it's going to dodge the torpedoes. I think he's out from behind the island already. There he is. Broadside salvo into the Citadel. Kraken unleashed. And we add a salvo for good measure. Mr. Cleveland, I'm sorry. You are too far away to affect the outcome of this match. All right. What a feeling. All right, there we are on the victory screen. The Kraken Unleashed medal. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Tier 8, I got a Kraken with under 40,000 damage. We did shoot down 11 airplanes to go with our 5 kills, 2 solo base caps, 1 assisted base cap, an uninspiring 300,930 silver, a pedestrian 5804, an ordinary 5920 Commander XP in the victory in Neustrashimy. And there we are at the top of the board. 1 medal, the only medal that matters, 5 big kills, 2562 base XP, a GG to my teammates. As you can see, 4 total ships, over 2,000 base XP. Solid effort by the blue team today. All right, into the port. Aiming systems mod 1. Propulsion mod 2. Concealment system mod 1. Get this dirty advertisement off my screen. How dare you? And main battery mod 3. And the Neustrashimy is fully upgraded. Taking a look at these mods, I want to tell you as you're upgrading, the Torpedo 5351 mod 2 is the most beneficial upgrade. So if you only have to add 1 in the beginning, I would add that 1 in my humble opinion. All right, consumables, 2 charges of the repair party, 2 charges of the engine boost, 2 charges of the smoke generator. We are running the rare battle booster, as I am wont to do with 3 or more consumables. The Type 4 temporary camo, because this thing isn't very concealable, so you're going to get shot at. Early adopter flag. Specs 20,500 hit points with our build. Got those 2 twin 130mm turrets, 11.1 kilometer firing range, 3.6 second reload, 10.5 second turn time. HE shells 1800 max damage with an 8% fire chance. armor-piercing shells, 2,600 max damage. 2 quintuple tube launchers reload every 125 seconds, max damage 17,933, 10-kilometer range at 65 knots. The detectability is 1,300 meters. Moving on to the AA defense. Well, it is okay. Your main battery is dual purpose and does count as AA. However, your most damaging AA is the 45mm SM16 4x2 mounts that do 45 damage per second. Maneuverability 37.1 knots, really pedestrian speed, 700-meter turning circle, not great. 4.6 second rudder shift time, also not great. Concealment 5.6 on the surface, 3.3 from the air, 2.9 when firing from a smokescreen. Into the statistics. I am so glad I can show these now, honest. Did the video stop advancing? Into the statistics. We have a paltry 33% win rate in the ship. The game you saw was my best game in terms of ships killed. Not anywhere close to my best damage game, which was 84,749. Torpedo accuracy looks to be a little bit better than average. Here is our commander, Sergio Splendento. He is essentially a survivability commander. His base trait increases the destroyer traverse speed of the main battery. That's good. We got Erich Bay and Swirsky as our inspirations. Old school double concealment build here. Quick fix, look at me now. Perceptive, the quasi-unique skill Iron Shod, and of course Unstoppable. However, even if I get Iron Shod maxed all the way up, I would not take off Unstoppable. That's just my opinion. Anyway, that is the Neustrashimy, ladies and gentlemen. That's some weird looking shit on the turret there. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the thumbs up. Thanks for watching.